Comedy is dead, or so said one of the greatest minds of our generation, Elon Musk.
Yeah. You did not expect that name to come out after that, yeah.
So today we will be talking about how Elon Musk is a loser,
An ultra giga loser, yeah.
and so are you if you worship him.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. Hi everyone, welcome back to This Is Why They Hate Us with me, Kath.
And this colonial faced weirdo thing here with the with the facial hair and the cat.
Christopher and Cleo.
Yeah, Cleo's right there.
It's a trio of C's in here.
Trio of fur. That is a trio of C's, yeah.
Yeah.
C trio, whatever.
Yeah, I'm glad it's not K. I'm glad it's not Chris with a K, Catherine with a K,
Cleo with
and
a
Cleo
K.
with a K, because that would be very problematic.
Hi, Cleo.
Hi,
Yeah.
Cleo with a C.
Yeah.
All right, so today we will be talking about Elon Musk. Specifically, I am trying to find my notes here. Specifically about the worshipping of Elon Musk in Cambodia, but also in the US.
Yeah.
So let's start off by, oh my god, I hate iPads. I can't find my notes. Anyway, let's start talking about the ebbs and flows of the public perception of Elon Musk.
How it's like a changing? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Because I remember back when, especially during the time, the Thai cave incident, remember?
Mm-hmm.
During that time, people were in full swing of worshipping Elon Musk. Like, he was hailed as his genius. He was hailed as his inventor of EV,
Whatever
of
he invented,
Tesla.
yeah.
Yeah, even though he stole
Yeah.
Tesla from the founders.
Yeah.
But he was hailed as his inventor, as his genius, as his quirky individual on Twitter. And then, of
Savior
course,
of mankind.
yeah, and then of course everything spiraled from there. So
like, one thing, like, 10 years ago, I remember hearing about him and just thinking, it's another rich guy with, like, this dumbass projects and he'll fade away or something like that, which I was obviously wrong about that part, but I was right about the first part. He was just this dumbass rich guy with too much money that Obama created, by the way. Obama created this.
so how did Obama create Elon Musk?
By subsidizing him. Yeah. There's this guy who would just be stuck with his emerald money.
His dad's emerald money.
Yeah, his daddy's emerald money. So, I started to become aware of the problematic perception of him, I don't know, earlier than most people. Not that I'm, there were people who knew.
Maybe you're the psychic.
Yeah.
A throwback to the previous episode.
It was just like, I was trying to get into Star Trek Discovery, the TV show, and there's just something that really odd that happened in one episode. And I already kind of felt like the guy was a loser beforehand, but I remember wanting to learn more about him when I saw this one particular episode of Star Trek Discovery where the show takes place hundreds of years in the future. And it's a prequel to Star Trek, to a lot of the Star Trek stuff. And one character is talking about, like, geniuses who revolutionized mankind in different ways, and they're like Einstein, and this character says Elon Musk, like his whole name, and I'm just sitting like, the guy's alive now. What the fuck? Did he pay for this episode? Did he fund the budget? Like, what the fuck is this? And that made me want to learn more about him and discovering, like, the vaporware legend that was not legend, the vaporware reputation that was beginning to float around him, and just, like, all around, just, like, finding him also anti-charismatic, kind of in that, like, JD Vance way, but more forced. Whereas JD Vance seems more like a robot, Elon Musk just seems like viciously desperate to want to be loved by someone, since no one has done it yet. No one that gave birth to him or raised him or married him, none of those people loved him because he's him. He's a loser. Like the ultimate insecure, I want everyone to like me kind of person. But a lot of people still thought that he was going to be the next savior of mankind. He was making promises, I think, back in 2010.
Yeah.
Or somewhere in the early 2010s where it's like, I'm going to get us to Mars by 2020. And now recently he's like, well, actually, maybe the moon is better. We're gonna have a moon colony. Yeah. Now if we're on the moon and like a dome cracks, an air dome, like everyone will be sucked out into the vacuum of space on the surface of the moon, and so it's an even better death trap.
I mean, I will always remember this headline on The Guardian by Rebecca Shaw where she said, I knew one day I'd have to watch powerful men burn the world down. I just didn't expect them to be such losers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They are all losers. Elon Musk, Peter Thiel, Sam Altman, the guy who raped his own little sister.
Yeah. I
Let's
mean,
see.
not to mention the fact that Elon Musk now has about
800
$838
billion
billion
dollars,
dollars.
and will probably become a trillion by the end of the year.
Yeah, and I heard somewhere, I haven't fact checked this, but I heard somewhere that the next 3 or 4 richest men in the world, richest people in the world, their wealth combined equals Elon Musk.
Yeah.
That's how rich he is.
Do we need one human to have this much money? Please explain. Please try to justify that in the comments. Like, why should one human being have that much money where they can buy a fucking government off to break the law or pay or to make the law ignore their crimes or whatever the fuck? Like, do we need that running around the world?
I think people, and I've seen this argument a lot, people, the human mind cannot grasp how big $1 billion is.
Yeah.
Because, for example, the second richest person in the world, they are closer to having nothing than to have as much as Elon Musk.
Yeah.
That's how insane it is. People think that $1 billion is just like a little bit over $1 million. No, it's not. It is not. It is not close to that at all.
Isn't $1 billion like when you have $1 million, but also 50 cents after that? Like, that's a billion, right?
I mean, $1 billion is $1 million 1,000 times.
Why does
1,000
anyone need
times.
that? No one
Like-
needs that.
Like, if you have $1 million, you are closer to being homeless than being a billionaire.
Yeah.
Right? $1 billion is as if you have 10 cents compared to $100.
Yeah.
Not even $1. Like, it is
Isn't it
that
amazing?
different.
No one needs that kind of cash. There's no argument. Like, there's... How does this benefit society by allowing ghouls to like hoard this much money, like take this much money from society? It's not like he made the money or something like that. He doesn't work 1 billion times harder than a taxi driver or some shit. That's not the way it works. Or an Uber Eats delivery person, or a tuk tuk driver in Cambodia. Like, that's the guy is a fucking loser who just sits there and he just like Twitter posts all day, like a parade of dumbass Nazi posts.
And impregnates the women, apparently.
Yeah, so like he clearly is not just working his ass off 1 billion times harder than you or me. The guy's an ultra loser. The guy inherited wealth, has never worked for anything before, and he didn't even work for social skills. He doesn't even have social skills. That's why no one fucking likes him.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why no one likes him.
I really think that if anyone at all had laughed at Elon Musk's jokes, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah, but too bad he is pure Elon Musk. You know,
So cringe.
you just can't like legalize comedy. It's like one of my favorite things.
If you see him in public, he's always, he acts kind of like a Sims character.
Yeah, he is sort of on like default mode, walking around like an NPC or something like that. Because of the ketamine, and probably like child rape withdrawal. That too, you know, that gets those guys down.
Yeah, so I honestly think that out of all the billionaires, Elon Musk has to be one of the, if not the most pathetic losers of them.
Because we had that discussion about like which one's the most evil and harmful, but Elon Musk is more of just like an ultra loser, like Reddit troll who gets all of his information from like shitty Twitter posts and doesn't actually like know how to assess knowledge or gather knowledge or anything, and doesn't care. Because from his point of view, you don't have to, because you're already the richest person in the world. You've already like won the game of stealing shit from people. Like, you've already won that. So why would you care about self-improvement? Just like force the world to be as lazy and lame as you are, instead of like trying to adapt to the world. Like, you already have that money and power and influence. Like, just just like try to force the world to be as cringy as you are. like terraforming, cringe forming, like the whole planet.
So, with all that being said, why do some people still worship him?
One of the reasons is because they think they're going to be rich like him someday. Some of them still buy into this, like the weird propaganda that he paid to have put out there, to claim that he's just this eccentric genius billionaire guy who's socially awkward and stuff like that. And it's like he paid for that. He paid for that reputation he literally paid publishers to put this shit out there, his own propaganda, because he has so much money. But like he's so anti-charismatic and so fucking stupid and high all the time that it eventually wore off faster than I predicted, actually. I thought people would be worshiping him up until now. I mean, some people do, but like I meant the majority of people. But now the majority of people, even like shithead libertarians, like are just like, yeah, that guy is a fucking idiot. And I realize why like the things he said are like kind of cringy and harmful. Even like shitheads like that are like stepping away from him, unless they're like so thick-headed and so addicted to sucking him off that they end up like Joe Rogan or whatever.
Yeah. I would suggest going to read I forgot her name, but she was his first wife, and she wrote an article. She's an author. She wrote an article on Marie Claire talking about her time when she was married to him. So things like he made her dye her hair blonde, like all the time. He made her dye her hair blonde, and he said during a fight or something like that, he said she was accusing him of treating her like his employee, and he said to her, if you were my employee, I would have fired you already.
Loving.
And when
romantic.
and when the first child passed away due to sudden infant death,
Sudden infant death, I
yeah,
think, yeah.
something like that. So when the child passed away from that, he didn't give her time to grieve. He just forced her to move on, essentially. Yeah. It's a very insightful article. It was published a long time ago, but it's very insightful.
I can picture him like in their home back then, like, get over your grief, like, you know, the same way he's like, legalize comedy, and he says it with the same face, and he's high, he's with the sunglasses on.
Oh my god.
So this is the guy who like people started noticing that like everything he was promising was like falling apart and not working, like his cyber semi-trailer thing and the Tesla sports vehicle that never happened. Like these things he promised I think they were supposed to come out before 2020, and we're closer to 2030 than we are to 2020, and these things
No, we're not. No, we're not.
like these things are just gone, and he doesn't even care. He doesn't even care, like, because he's so wealthy. It's like it doesn't matter. I mean,
Remember when he said to the UN that if they could draft him a plan of how they could solve world hunger with like whatever $1 billion, and then he would fund that, and then they did, and he didn't.
yeah, he's just like, oh, I just meant that as a joke, bro. You know, like, fuck poor people and children and disabled people and all of them, and USAID, and also pediatric cancer research. Fuck that. Yeah. At this point, like, it's, you know, like the people can like debate on like who's this piece of shit or whoever. But like in this instance, like if you're gonna defend Elon Musk, you have to figure out a way to defend him when he cut pediatric cancer research back in like January 2025, like around that time, like, or maybe February 2025. Like it was one of the first things he did when Doge was implemented was kill baby cancer research to stop babies from dying of cancer. One of the first fucking things he did. Just like right there on the top of his head. Like, I'm going to get rid of that. That's a waste. That's wasteful spending. You know what's not wasteful spending? Giving it to me. Give me that money, baby.
Not only that, but he cut USAID,
Yeah.
which will result in the death of at least 9 million people.
Yeah, before the end of this decade, yeah.
Yeah, so imagine one man causing the death of at least 9 million
Millions
people.
and millions of
Yeah.
people just for like just cutting a program. And that's just one program. that and I just went on about the pediatric cancer research, and there's just so much other shit that he did in just like the first month of Doge existing. And that's excluding that he should be tried for crimes against humanity for that stuff. And this is excluding anything he did before that. I mean, obviously what he did then was worse, but like like that alone, just what he did in the first couple of months of Doge's existence, makes him a monster on like the level of Adolf Hitler.
I don't think people understand the gravity of what he's done, the evilness of
Yeah,
the how
the
nefarious,
viciousness.
yeah, he is as a person. So, with all that being said, we still go around, for example, in Cambodia, seeing cyber trucks
Yeah,
just
just
driving
saw one a
around.
couple days or like a week ago or something. Another loser
Yeah,
mobile.
yeah. So, why do people still worship? Why is there this bootlicking culture,
Well, I
including
mean,
in Cambodia?
well, in Cambodia's in
I think.
Cambodia specifically, like there is just a natural bootlicking culture. People worship billionaires, and if you're the richest of the billionaires, people are gonna like suck you off the hardest. You know, like I think that's just a given. But also there might be a language barrier issue for some people, but then again, what's
So,
the is that an excuse? Because people in America, Joe Rogan still worships him. There's no language barrier there, so I don't know.
So I remember going into this bookstore a while back and I was checking out some books and I saw this man, and it's usually just men who worship Elon Musk.
Yeah,
I remember seeing this man, he was talking to the bookstore owner about how billionaires work hard, about how billionaires do all of these incredible
what the
things.
fuck?
That's why they're so rich, and how
You sure this is a grown man? It
unfortunately,
was a grown man. It
I
wasn't like a
mean,
10-year-old
Chris,
boy. Like
we have low standards for men, okay? Men are pretty
true.
stupid.
Yeah,
Men are pretty fucking dumb.
yeah,
So,
that's true. Yeah.
so yeah, it tracks. Anyway, I think it's not just a language barrier. I think a lot of men here, I mean, you see some of the top books here. If you go into a bookstore in Cambodia, you will see some of the most sold books would be books like Rich Dad Poor Dad, Think and
Loser
Grow
shit.
Rich,
Yeah.
The 4 Day Work Week, 5 a.m. Club. Those kind of books, people love that, and they're usually read by. I mean, some women read them too, but they're usually read by men to the point where I remember one of my best friends, she got into an argument with this guy who said that because she loves reading fiction, she loves reading historical romance, and he said to her that reading all those books are useless and reading self-help books are better.
Financial guru shit and
Hmm.
garbage like that. Jesus fucking Christ. That's when you know you're a fucking idiot.
So there's that culture in Cambodia.
like
Um,
art. It's part of also the anti-art culture that is just
mhm.
all over Cambodia, where people just hate artists or anything that like challenges you or makes you like think in a different way. Like you that's not for profit or whatever. Or it's like it's colorful. It's not like bland. Like that's bad. And
Yeah, everything has to be monetized here. So I
in
just saw a
uniform, yeah.
post. I just saw a post earlier today where this person was complaining, saying that, oh, it's your day off. Why is it that some employees do not handle their responsibility and do their work even on their day off? And then people were like,
Because
but
it's
it's
their
their day
day
off. I
off.
know some people were commenting that. And then another person shared it and they were like, after reading the comments, I understand the mentality of why some people they don't advance because they don't work hard. Like,
More bootlicking.
I
Give me
know
some of the dog shit in that boot, baby. Mmm.
it's
Jesus
very
fucking Christ.
it's very prevalent that people here they value working as hard as you can and having no work-life balance. So for example, if you tell people that I have not seen my family in 10 years because I work all the time, they would praise you for
They'd be
that.
like, "Oh hell yeah! Like you're not wasting your life at all. You're
Yeah.
not being exploited or anything like
Yeah,
that."
they would say that, oh, he sacrifices so much for his family.
Yeah,
I say he because a woman would not have that privilege. A woman, if a woman did that, she would be crucified because why are you not taking care of your children?
you should be at
Yeah.
home. Why aren't you like still breastfeeding them? You should be breastfeeding them until like they're until you die. Like,
Yeah, because if a woman did that, she would be crucified all the way to hell for not spending time with her children.
yeah.
But if a man did that, oh, he made a lot of sacrifice for his family.
God, that's so fucking. I don't even know. I'm speechless about like just just
That's
what the
why
fuck.
that's why when you meet people here and when people see me, they would always ask, "How busy are you these days?"
How busy are you?
Mm-hmm. As
Huh?
in like how's in a way to say, "Oh, hi, Kath, how busy are you these days? How's work? How busy are you with work?"
Why are
And
they asking this?
in order to because it's kind of a way to ask you like how you are. So okay, let me deconstruct this. So it's kind of like if you say that, oh, I'm not busy at all, it's gonna seem like you're lazy. Like, why are you not doing
Oh.
any work, right?
Oh yeah, you
But if
should be only doing things that benefit some capitalist weirdo somewhere.
exactly,
Okay,
it
yeah.
is like that. So when you say, oh, I'm very busy, and then people would say, oh, then you're working very hard, then you have value in this capitalistic society.
Yeah.
You're a good cock in the machine.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Now, don't rise up and demand rights or anything like that. Just be a good cog.
yeah, right. Sound lame.
Cogs. Just the highest form of human is being a cog. So, be just stay in that stay that what never mind.
That's why Cambodia is a
Tripping
very
over my words.
flashy country. You see how I've traveled to a few countries and I have noticed that Cambodia has the most amount of luxury cars out of any countries that I've been to.
Ugly fucking luxury cars. I remember my students at the first school I worked for, they kept talking about Lamborghinis, and I'm just like,
Mhm.
why the fuck would you want that like ugly piece of shit Lamborghini? It's not just because of how ugly it is, but which they are fucking butt ugly, but like, why is that a thing you care about? Like, there's some random sports car, some piece of shit generic sports car.
Not only that, but you can't even go everywhere in Cambodia because one potholes.
Yeah,
You can't drive
yeah,
a sports car that is very low to the ground through
with potholes
potholes.
because the streets here are pretty bad. Yeah,
And then there's also the flood.
floods.
Yeah, exactly. And also, when you go to the provinces, you can't drive a sports car to the province
Others
unless
will
you're
get
driving a
fucked up.
highway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
otherwise the car will get fucked up and stuck somewhere. So it's like,
You
it's
can't even
just
go up the
asinine.
ferry.
So it's just asinine. Just piss your money away. Basically, if you have a sports car and you're in Cambodia, you're advertising the fact that you're a moron. It's like almost on the same level as having a Cybertruck. Almost, not quite. A Cybertruck is far more moronic, but it's still moronic. It's still really dumb. Like,
Yeah.
you're just telling everyone, like, I don't even know where I'm at. Here I am. I have this vehicle. I can't even fucking drive it anywhere because the road conditions are so bad, and I pissed my money away on this, and I can't do anything about it now. Like, honk honk. Just look at
And
me.
I have seen these people. I've interacted with some of them. They would, especially if they're younger, if they're on the younger side, they would, for example, drive in a group to go to Diamond Island, and then they would park the car there and play loud music from their car and just stand there. I don't know, like flex their shit or whatever.
That's some loser shit right there.
Yeah, I know. Or they would go to, back then there was a club called Epic Club. I don't know if it's still a thing, but it was a very, very expensive club. A bottle of tea was like $10 plus when you can get it for less than $1 outside.
Or free at like the street stalls,
No,
like
no, no, one
the
of those
tea.
tea. Not a bottle, like a proper bottle of tea, like
Oh,
the sweet tea.
okay.
Yeah. So they would go to clubs like that to,
Wow.
I don't know, to hook up. I don't know. These people are losers.
Or to
Yeah.
flex their like jewelry or whatever. They just sit around staring at this jewelry like, his wristwatch is like bigger than mine. I'm gonna go, and I'm not insecure or anything. I'm just gonna go, and I might come back with a really big wristwatch all of a sudden.
Okay, so this is all happening. Let's dive deeper and let's be critical about this. Why do you think that this is happening? Why do you think that Cambodia has a specifically severe bootlicking and capitalistic culture? Because I keep thinking that it comes from a scarcity mindset, right? Because I know I keep talking about the wars and all of that all the time, but
But it's relevant.
it does leave a lot of impression, right? It generational trauma. It bred generational trauma from that. So I've thought about this a lot. Why Cambodia has this obsession with money, especially new money being flashy. And I keep thinking that what if it's scarcity mindset? Because just for context, my mom said that when she came back to Phnom Penh after the Khmer Rouge, people a lot of people came back with nothing. They lost everything. They had nothing. So they would just even go find a random house to stay in, to live in, kind of like, okay, this is my house now because I don't know where my house is or I've lost everything, all that kind of stuff. So people came with this idea of having nothing, of losing everything. So now that they find a way to accumulate something, I don't know, they believe in meritocracy or somewhat.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think? Dissect this.
I think that makes sense. Like they come back and they feel like they have to fight for everything, and now they tell the next generation, fight for everything, get yours, fuck everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got a culture of millions of people who are doing that sort of thing, which obviously that country, whatever country would do this, would look exactly like Cambodia, with a bunch of like selfish people who don't really think about society or anything outside of their family or themselves, and now they're competing with each other to have the flashiest shit to show off. Like, hey, like we used to be a group of people who lost everything, but now we've got everything. We got everything better than you, and
Okay, so that might explain Cambodia, but what about countries like the US, for example? Why?
little conformity for one, but also just like it's just pressuring people pressuring people into like, oh well, you don't have this thing, so you're kind of inferior. Like these people have this thing. The Joneses over here, they have
Mm-hmm.
this, but you don't. So what does it say about you, right? And then you got to feel bad, like, I should feel ashamed because I have less than them, so I need to have the exact same overly overpriced stereo equipment or car or whatever that they have, and then when a new thing comes out, like whoever has it first is the best, and it's just this is like forced competitiveness that like greedy shithead capitalists, heads of corporations, whatever, are just pumping out there, uh, inventing a reason for you to feel ashamed, and you got to overcome that shame by buying the thing.
Okay, so that might explain consumerism, but how does that link into bootlicking culture and the worshipping of billionaires?
Worshipping of billionaires, well,
Class consciousness?
class consciousness,
The lack of class
lack
consciousness? Yeah.
lack of it, yeah. But also, it's just like when you're told to feel ashamed because you don't have the fanciest car or something like that. Uh, you see the person with like the fanciest car, like I don't know. It just like triggers this other thing in you. Like you just gotta have this. You just gotta have this thing. Like you
Mm-hmm.
just gotta be as good as the elites. You gotta be one of these. You don't want to be left behind. You're in a competitive world, a world that doesn't have to be competitive, but we've just made it that way because it benefits 1% of the population of the planet.
Yeah. I have this theory that the reason why people worship billionaires and the reason why there's bootlicking culture is a cope. So, if you believe that if you work hard enough, then you can climb the ladder, that you can climb out of poverty, that you can also have a soft life, you can also have a cushion life, that you can also be one of them, that you can not worry about bills anymore, worry about medical debts, or you don't have to struggle anymore. You believe that it's something within your control, right? If you believe that, okay, if I work hard enough, if I hustle hard enough, then I will be free of this chain, then people would want to go for that rather than believing that it's luck. That,
Yeah,
sorry, but you were not born privileged. That's
yeah.
just how
Even
things
though
are.
that is the fact, reality is you
Hmm.
weren't born privileged, and you're probably not going to get to a place of privilege,
Yeah, because
which
that
is
is very depressing, right?
yeah, which is it's hopeless in a way.
Mm,
But if everyone starts to see that, then it could also make them rebel
mm-hmm,
and fight for their rights and get universal health care and get a UBI and free education, parks, public spaces,
mm-hmm.
things like that, and public transportation where it doesn't, where all of a sudden the sports cars, I mean, which makes you already look like an idiot if you have a sports car, especially in Phnom Penh. But you'll look even more like a fool, like more foolish. But like the people who are in charge of media, the people who have the most would lose 1% of what they have if we had a world where people had those things, healthcare and whatever. So it's
Mm-hmm.
important to them to like put out a bunch of propaganda and say like make up ideologies and shit like
Mm-hmm.
the world's meritocracy or human instinct is to be selfish and steal, and so do it right or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, like do it the best and you'll become one of us. And it's like they know that that's not how it works. The people who say this stuff, they know that. The elites, the ruling class, they know this stuff. They're just making it up because they want you to not do the thing that would benefit you. They want you to compete with each other and not compete against them because there's more of us than them.
And you see that in a lot of systematic oppression as well, because, for example, in patriarchy, patriarchy pits women together so that women fight women
Against each
rather
other,
than rather than fight the
war against
patriarchy.
themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So you can also see that with class as well when it comes to capitalism. And I do agree that there's this whole the myth of meritocracy is similar to how the myth of karma was created to put people in place, because then you internalize that, right? Because then you think that, oh, that person is poor because they did not work hard enough.
Yeah. They're poor because they didn't work hard enough, or they were born with a disability because they were a bad person in their previous life.
Mm-hmm.
God, it's like only con artists would make this shit up and turn it into ideologies or religions or whatever the fuck. Like it was made by con artists. Like whether it be Buddhism or meritocracy, whatever, it's just made up by con artists.
Yeah, and that's why they a lot of people would look down on poor people because they think that, oh, you're lazy, you're
Yeah,
not
you're
working
just
hard enough,
lazy
you're
for some
lazy.
reason.
But I mean, if you look at it, for example, the recyclers, like people who collect bottles and stuff on the streets, they work harder than I do.
Yeah, the people at the bottom work harder than everyone else,
Yeah, exactly. So I don't like you just said, Elon Musk does not work 1 billion times harder than
or
other
work at
people.
all.
Yeah, it's literally impossible.
Yeah, he doesn't do shit. Like if you're in the bottom, you have to work all the time,
Mm-hmm.
deal with minimal pay, with no rights, no health care access, and you just gotta have a lot of stress weighing down on you. You're not being fucking lazy. That's just that's absurd. Like
Yeah.
just when I hear like some rich people say that, it's just like God, you haven't lived. You don't know what being human is. Like you're in a bubble. You're a child, especially when they're older. It's more pathetic sounding.
Because let's unpack it this way. A construction worker earns what, $10, $15 a day in Cambodia. People would say they work hard, they work all day. People would say, oh, that's because you didn't go to school. How could
How
they
can
go
they
to
afford
school?
it?
Exactly, if they were
Yeah.
born into poverty. And poverty breeds poverty, right? Because
Poverty
if,
breeds poverty.
yeah, poverty breeds
Poverty. They
poverty.
said property at
No,
first. Anyway.
poverty breeds poverty. Essentially, if you are born poor, it's really, realistically, it's really hard for you to climb out of that. Unfortunately, I know it's the hard truth, but that's how the system works, right? Which is why I'm not saying this so that we can be like, oh, well, that's how the system works. No, I'm saying this so that we can understand how the system works
And
and
then
dismantle
remove
it.
it. Yeah, get rid of it,
Yeah,
destroy it, whatever, burn it out.
because you can't, it's almost impossible for you to be born from parents who are construction workers to become a fucking billionaire.
Yeah,
It's
that is basically
yeah,
impossible.
exactly. No matter how hard you work, so many things are stacked up against you. For example, you cannot go to a fancy school where you can network because a lot of this is networking,
Yeah,
right? And if you were born in a developing country, for example, if you were born in Sudan, well, tough shit.
yeah. Fuck you. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're basically the society's like fuck you.
So it's all the luck
Just
of a draw, and people don't understand that. People don't understand that a lot of these successful people, they are there because of luck. And it's
generational wealth also. Yeah,
generational wealth and luck
yeah,
and benefiting from the system, because it's so hard to swallow. It's a very tough pill to swallow, right?
yeah. It
That
is.
you're gonna struggle because you were born in a certain location, because of geography, because of skin color, because of
Gender,
lineage. Yeah,
on and on.
exactly.
Yeah, that's a horrible thing to swallow, and unfortunately, people need to like vomit that up and just we need enough people to just vomit that up and get that out of the system and finally like fight back against like these terrorists who don't believe in humanity, these the ruling class elite
Hmm.
assholes who reject mankind or reject morality in favor of their fucking wallet or bank account.
Because the thing is, that's how the system works. But the system is also created by men.
Yeah,
And something that was created by men can also be undone by us
yeah.
as well. But the important thing is that we have to understand it, we have to accept it rather than fighting against each other, rather than blaming poor people for being poor. No, you should blame the rich for them being
For
poor.
causing this entire system and rigging it like in their favor every day.
So, the one thing that I have seen about capitalism, and the one thing that people have said about capitalism that I think more people should understand, is that that capitalism needs poverty to survive.
Yeah.
Because if people weren't poor, people wouldn't settle for minimum wage. If people weren't poor, they wouldn't work for $10 a day. They wouldn't work for barely anything because then they would have choices,
Yeah.
right? And when people have choices, they wouldn't go for that. So it means that people like Jeff Bezos wouldn't be able to exploit workers because workers would have a choice. However, in order for capitalism to thrive, there always needs to be poverty.
Yeah. And any dipshit liberal weirdo who's like, well, you're just gonna have homelessness or whatever in any society. No, they're lying. They're bullshitting. They know they're bullshitting. They know what they're saying is stupid and immoral. They know what they're saying doesn't make any sense. They're just trying to defend like their billionaire buddies because they want to be one of them someday.
Yeah, yeah. I find it absolutely fucking ridiculous that we were born on this planet where we have everything that we need to survive, and yet we spend a majority of our time here working
Yeah.
for the shareholders.
Working like shithead garbage jobs that do nothing for us to make some asshole rich in some office somewhere or in the mansion. Actually, not an office. Usually in a mansion.
Yeah.
And it's like overwhelmingly shitty. And I wish there was a way to escape it. I mean, there are ways to escape it, but
And the French did it.
yeah,
so.
involves guillotines. Yeah, which we might have to do that pretty soon. Yeah, I'm in favor of the guillotines.
Me too.
Like make them great again. Yeah.
Yeah. Make guillotines great again.
Yeah.
Mega.
Yeah. It's kind of a weird one to pronounce. Yeah.
All right. Back to Elon Musk. Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay. What should we say to people who worship Elon Musk?
Well, first of all, they should try like doing a little bit of research instead of listening to like garbage like Joe Rogan or Patrick Bet-David, which is like the lowest commentators out there, like the most brain dead types of people. Actually, like I don't know, do some research into Elon Musk's past. Do research into his business interests and all the companies he's fucked up, or how he got involved in Tesla. I think that was back in 2003, or his relationship with Peter Thiel when they made PayPal together, and all just like the diamond mine, or just the things his dad says about him. His dad doesn't even like him, or like his family lineage, like his Nazi grandparents who left Canada because they're just like, it's not racist enough here. We want apartheid South Africa. We're gonna go there because like Canada, like their racism is too bland. Like it's not violent enough against black people or brown people, or whatever.
Yeah, his dad doesn't like him, and this is rich coming from a guy who married his own stepdaughter.
Yeah. Even his wives hate him. You know, like
Even his daughter, Vivian.
All of his children, I think, hate him. Yeah, he barely has any connection with them except for like the youngest one that he carries around as a bullet shield. It's just he only brings the kid out for like political events where like someone might shoot Donald Trump, and he just waves the kid around like, hey, you wouldn't shoot a guy with a kid, right? I don't know which kid this is, but that's my kid. You wouldn't want to scar them or kill them on accident, would you? I think this is my kid.
I think that kid is with Grimes, right?
Maybe.
Hasn't she said something about him not letting her see her own kid?
Something like that, or how he won't pay child support or something, and then she's telling you like, hey, your kid's sick and Twitter's the only way I can reach you now, and he blocks her, and he's like, I don't give a fuck, because he believes in eugenics and he believes that his sperm is like sacred. So he's kind of like that loser from what reality TV show was it 90 Day Fiance or
90 Day Fiance?
That weird guy who has that like really weird vacant serial killer stare, and his like, my hobby is to go around the world and impregnate women, and he meets that woman in I think South America, and he's like, if you smoke or something, you're gonna lose points, so you better get those points back. Remember that guy? I forget his name. Elon Musk is that guy. He's just the billionaire version of that guy. That guy is like, I gotta spread my seed around, and Elon Musk also believes in that. Just another fucking weird freak. They're all just weird freaks with like sexual hangups and just bizarre fascinations with stupid shit. They're all losers. They're no different than like incel subreddit mods, except they're billionaires. It's the only difference.
there are actually many men who believe in the whole spreading their seed
Yeah.
situation. Is like the
Really
Justin
creepy
guy.
shit.
Like the Justin guy, remember?
Oh yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
We were built to like spread our seed around. Like, you mean you I don't even know how to respond to that. Like it's just like creepy loserdom.
And then now that women are like, no, thank you, we don't want to be with men anymore. They get angry, like
They get-
the declining birth rate.
It's women's fault. It's not me being a creepy asshole where everywhere I go. Why doesn't anyone like me when I'm being a creepy asshole everywhere I go? They just get mad about it. They do the exact most antisocial shit possible to make people like turned off from them, and they wonder why people don't like them. It's so bizarre.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, final point. What should we do about this besides
Well,
from the guillotines?
Tax the shit out of them, make them actually accountable for their crimes, not just their like white collar crimes, but like their Epstein crimes.
But wait, remember what Jeff Bezos said? Even if you tax him twice,
Won't solve anything,
it won't
except it'll
solve
solve a
anything.
lot of things. And we shouldn't just tax them by like a little bit. We should just take,
Tax him out of existence.
yeah, basically
So,
wipe them out. Yeah.
so bootlickers, they would say, "Oh, what about doctors? Doctors are rich too.
No,
Should
they're-
we also tax?" No, no. This goes back to the whole people cannot grasp the difference between millions and billions because we're
Yeah.
talking about billionaires.
Are doctors billionaires? Please explain. Where's the doctor that's a billionaire? Please
Dr. Ross.
Oh yeah, who's not a real doctor, by the way. Or Dr. Phil,
Yeah.
another one. Not a real doctor. Don't know what his bank account is, but not a real
mean-
doctor.
Taylor Swift has a honorary PhD, so I guess she's a doctor.
Yeah, the like Karma is a cat, like that person who like lives next door to the Kennedy house because. Oh, that's another thing. Then we'd have to make a video about like why Taylor Swift is a piece of shit. Person
on.
of shit, yeah.
Sorry, I cut you off. Tax them out of existence.
Tax them out of existence and teach them a lesson when they break the law. Don't give them fines. Just put them in jail, something like that. Like don't do like the Vince Neil way where like, oh, you killed your friend and well, it's a $10,000 fine or prison. It's like, well, I'm a millionaire. Here's $10,000. Don't, nah. Because like in that case, like those laws only like it's only illegal if poor people do these things. So no, like put them away, get rid of them, tax them out of existence. Just liquidate their assets. I hope that whoever runs for president in 2028, whoever that is, which I heard the AOC just announced that she was going to run officially, which is interesting. Whoever does that, they need to just take all the Trump assets, everything the family owns, just take it from them because it's all theft. It was all stolen. Like it's basically a crime family, the whole thing. So just take everything from them because they stole it. So just take it back and give it back to society where they stole it from. That's just one family, by the way. That's just one. That's just one thing.
When it comes to when it comes to fines, I think that the logical way to do it is by percentage.
Yeah, like in Norway, right?
Yeah, if you run a red light, instead of saying, oh, it's $500, do percentage. It's 5% of your net worth.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So yeah.
Like if you make like less than $1,000 a month and you're in the United States, it won't hurt you as much.
I mean, if you think about it, let's say it's 10% of your salary. Then if you make $1,000, then it's $100. Yeah. But if you make $1 million,
Yeah.
that's a lot.
$100,000. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So we should enforce that system.
Globally. Yeah. Take their shit away from them. Also.
Yeah, imagine if it's manslaughter, then you have to pay 50% of your net worth of everything that you own.
For like a long time, maybe the rest of their life or whatever, depending on what happened. Yeah. It's things like that. These are just examples. You know, like but you know, overall, we can't have these people running around because it's. I think it's plainly obvious to anyone who even like who pays just a little bit of attention to the news that having these people around is dangerous for everyone in the world, all at once.
The world is not. It cannot sustain billionaires.
Like they go around and bribing politicians to get rid of regulations, environmental regulations, so corporations or shithead CEOs can just start dumping toxic shit into the water, like Trump just deregulated. More water laws.
Um,
More water laws are gone. Uh,
Someone used this example. They said that if you put a bunch of monkeys in a study and one monkey started hoarding all the bananas, you would study to see what the fuck is wrong with that monkey.
yeah.
But when it's
When
billionaires,
it's humans doing the exact same thing,
Yeah.
for some reason it's just like, oh, he worked really hard for it. Meritocracy, bullshit, Ayn Rand, like dumb shit like that, dumb loser shit. That really pisses me off.
I know, I got heated too.
Yeah, it's just like, sorry for interrupting you. Like, it's just like so fucking brain dead. Like there's a finite amount of money and resources, and we're just gonna let some weirdo like hoard it all instead of trying to solve their obvious mental defect.
The fact that all the problems in society, including famine, poverty, world hunger, all of that, they could be solved.
Superstition, we were talking about superstition in the last episode, like people would have more education access, like I just don't understand how like we have a TV show called Hoarders, right? A reality TV show. I don't know if it's still around, but there's like an episode where a guy just collects like car parts and he can't sleep in his home or something like that. And a woman who collects dolls and stuff, and she can't even, most of her home is just occupied by dolls. And like we're just like, yeah, that's mental illness, untreated mental illness. But when it's money, somehow it's different. Why? Why is it fucking different? Why is it different to hoard $1 billion? Why is it that different than hoarding like old used toilet seats in your house? Like, what the fuck?
And it's not just that, but when someone is hoarding dolls, for example, they are not taking away from other people's dolls,
Yeah.
right? But when these billionaires are hoarding money, they do it from the exploitation of other people.
Yeah. So society has less resources and money because billionaires are stealing it from us. And it's just theft. They're not working for it.
All right, I got very heated too.
Yeah, I mean, this could be like a 3-hour long thing.
Yeah, isn't it the point of this whole podcast is that we fucking hate billionaires?
Yeah. And we could just like I said, we could talk about this for hours and hours, but this is just like sort of like a beginner's guide to like why Elon Musk is a piece of shit and trying to dissect like why do people still like this guy, like there's so many scandals, there's so many stupid things. Like, we didn't even talk about the Hyperloop, for example, or like the woman he tried to bribe, she tried to give her a horse for sex on his airplane, like just on and on.
Yeah, it should be. This is why we hate them.
Yeah, like or the way he is like, oh, I had a son, but he's dead now. He's literally dead. The woke mind virus took my son.
He has a
They
daughter.
took my son. Yeah, but he calls his daughter his son.
Yeah.
Yeah. Elon Musk dead named his own kid, and is like, my kid is dead. My kid is dead. It's the woke mind virus that did it. He's like trying to cry, but he doesn't have like feelings because he's high on ketamine and he's a sociopathic billionaire.
I saw this screenshot of him pretending to be his mother and responding to his own tweet.
Oh yeah, see, there's so much. There's so many things we could talk about with this guy. Like to dissect how cringy this guy is. You'd have to have like a 20-part miniseries. Like, or how he was paying people to play League of Legends, or what was it, League of Legends, or multiple games actually, paying people to play the games under his profile so that he would look like this. What he perceives as an ultra genius, like someone who's really good at this game must be very intelligent. That's something a dumb person would think. Like a dumbass would think that's what a genius is. And then he got caught doing that. Or the funny moment like last year when he's on his plane and he's testing Starlink and his private jet, and like the entire chat as he's playing this game is telling him to kill himself, or like Grimes never loved you, or you're a fucking loser, you'll die alone. He's just sitting there like reading all of it, and you can tell he like regrets not paying a mod to block these people because he's a cheapskate.
He pretended there was internet issue.
Yeah, like, oh, my Starlink is a piece of shit suddenly, like, which is kind of funny because like he's trying to promote Starlink. He's like, yeah, look how good it is. Like I can just play games on my private jet, which everyone has one of those, right? And then he has to like shit on the reputation of the new thing he's hitched his ego to and his money to. Because he's so fucking overwhelmed by the hate comments. He's like, okay, either I'm going to keep getting my feelings hurt, or I'm going to ruin the reputation of Starlink. I guess I'm going to sacrifice the reputation of Starlink, which already had a bad reputation, or the amount of rockets that's blown up this year. Like, how many of them have blown up?
Or
Just billions.
Cybertrucks.
Cybertrucks. Just when the thing slides off of it, like the accelerator, and it gets stuck underneath the bottom part of the vehicle, like
Or the panel flying off.
yeah, and then like the car stuck accelerating, and it's just or like what didn't like
It also rusted as well.
yeah, the stainless steel, like people don't know that stainless steel rusts. Apparently.
Yeah.
On and on. The design of the Cybertruck, like just the even the vaporware, like I mentioned the Hyperloop, but also the big semi truck, and like just like there's so much to get into with how much this guy's a loser, just a con artist loser. And anyone who looks up to him, like, you're also a loser. Stop worshiping losers.
All right, I think we have gone on long enough. The moral of the story is hate Elon Musk more, hate billionaires more.
Oh, and he also posts Nazi shit every day. Like, Nazis will post stuff, and he'll retweet that, and he'll add the thing, like, you've told the actual truth, and yeah, you are 100% correct. White genocide is real, and just on and on. That's another thing. That's another rabbit hole. There's like there's a billion rabbit holes around this billionaire.
Yeah, fuck him. All right. Well, for Elon Musk fans, I hope that you will defend your Lord and Savior in the comment section below.
Yeah, because get fucked. Yeah.
Because we think that you're losers. So
Yeah, ultra losers.
And for the rest of you, who are sensible people with critical thinking skill who do know how to use your brain, if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like and share and give us a rating.
Share it to Elon Musk.
Yeah, spam him. Yeah, don't forget to like and share, give us a rating, follow us on our social media platform, and we will see you in the next episode.
Yeah, you later. Bye-bye.